We are not using a box of cake mix for this one, because sometimes some things are better homemade. Hey y'all, I'm Valerie, and welcome to my kitchen. In today's video, I'm showing you how to make the best chocolate cake ever. Okay y'all, let's get started. Here's everything you're gonna need to make it. We're gonna start out by mixing our dry ingredients in a large bowl. I added 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of granulated sugar, and 3/4 cup of sifted, unsweetened cocoa powder. And I like using the special dark, but you can use the regular and it'll be fine too. We're also going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And I try to always sift those two just to get all the lumps out from that baking soda. Then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of espresso powder. Now we're going to whisk it until it's combined. Now we're ready to add the wet ingredients. So you're going to add 1 cup of buttermilk and 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 2 beaten eggs, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now we're going to mix this on medium speed until it's well combined. And now with your mixer on low speed, you're going to slowly add in 1 cup of boiling water. And you do want to add this very slowly because you will end up making a huge mess. It'll splash all over the place. So just be careful and keep mixing until it's well combined. And this batter is very thin, but that is okay. That's how it's supposed to be. Now you're going to grab 2 9-inch cake pans. I did grease mine and I lined the bottoms with parchment paper. And you're just going to divide that batter as best as you can evenly between the 2 of those. Then they bake at 350 for 30 to 35 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. I let them cool for a minute and then I flipped them out onto a wire rack to cool completely. Now we're going to go ahead and start on the frosting. And I will say this recipe makes a ton, but I don't feel like you can ever have too much frosting. So to the bowl of my stand mixer, I added 3 sticks of softened butter and 1 cup of sifted Hershey's cocoa powder. I'm putting my paddle attachment on and I'm just going to cream it together until it's combined. By the way, I'll have the recipe linked in the description box below, just in case you missed anything. Okay, now you're going to need 5 cups of powdered sugar and 1/2 cup of heavy cream. But we're going to alternate adding these a little at a time. So you're going to add some powdered sugar, a little heavy cream, give it a good mix in between until you've used up all the powdered sugar and most of the heavy cream. And I will say, don't add all the heavy cream unless you have to. The amount you add is just going to depend on the consistency that you want. So if you want a thicker frosting, don't add the whole 1/2 cup. And if you want a thinner frosting, add a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. And when your cake is completely cool, now we can go ahead and frost it. On top of that first cake layer, you're going to spread a really good amount of frosting. And I really work a lot of it over the edges. That really helps me out when I get to the sides of the cake. Then I add some more to the top, and I do that the same way too. I spread it out and push it over the sides. And then when I go to frost the sides of the cake, I've already got frosting on it, so it makes it a lot easier. And this is what you do when you're not good at getting the frosting really smooth. You just do little swoops or designs or whatever little kind of design you can come up with. You can use the back of a spoon to do that part too. You just kind of swoop with it. And I should have used a spoon to do mine with too, but I already had my offset spatula in my hand, so I just went with that. Y'all, this cake is absolutely delicious. It is so good. And my daughter loves it when I level off and cut off the top of the cakes. That's her favorite part to eat. She's not much of a frosting girl. But this one doesn't dome very much, so I don't have to do that with this one. Oh, and if you don't like a lot of frosting, you can very easily cut it back a little bit. But me, I love frosting. I could sit there and eat it with a spoon. I really hope you give this chocolate cake a try. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. I really hope you enjoyed this video. You may also like these. Don't forget to subscribe down below for more easy recipes, and I will see you in the next one.